Welcome back to Magpie Talkback Radio, where you talk, I listen, and respond to all of your thoughts from the game. We're going to be talking about the kangaroos. Well, you're going to be talking about the kangaroos. I'll be listening. Let's get straight into it with the first caller, Brody.
Hear me out. Billy Frampton, All Australian squad debut.
I have been hearing this a lot lately. He has not put a foot wrong. He might be the best defender in the competition. And I'm not, sometimes I say, oh, Billy Frampton's the GOAT. And, that's just taking the PISS a little bit. But he genuinely could be in contention for an All Australian. Even in the that initial squad, I've loved everything that Billy Frampton has done so far this season. And again, I'll be the first to say and put my hand up and say I was harsh on him or thereabouts at the start of the year. He has proved me wrong. I love getting proved wrong when I'm wrong. When I'm right and you're trying to prove me wrong, that's a different story. James Hugh Tanner, the hyphen.
Just from Hey, what up, Swoop?
What up, brother?
Greetings from New Zealand, bro.
Hey, man.
The Lions start to gutsy win. Amazing fourth quarter. Looked like the 2023 fourth quarter Pies. That was fun to see again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make some kind of off-topic comments. Would love to know what you think. I know you may never respond to this, but I'll let you know my thoughts.
Tell me,
anyway.
man.
I know I could be in a minority here saying this, but oh man, obviously I live in New Zealand, so I can't. My only choice is to watch the games on TV.
Yep.
Which they don't televise here, so I've got to do all these things to find them, and that's neither here nor there. But I struggle with Dwayne Russell's commentary.
Yeah.
I will die happy if I never hear him say threading the eye of the needle ever again, or the meat in the sandwich, or what's the other thing he always says, and his like real entry level wordplay with people's names. Like, oh, dude, it kills me. I can't remember what the other one he says, but there's another one. Oh, he'll put that in the books. And I'm like, dude, stop. But he is a great commentator. I just don't really like him. But great one, Pies. Sorry, just come on here and rant, but
No.
hope you're well, man.
James, thank you so much. I think you're the second caller from New Zealand that we have. Yeah, because Ben's the first, you're the second, James. And I hope you're listening. I hope you know this is how I respond to you guys, and I respond to everyone who leaves me a voice message. Dwayne Russell, like you said, I think he's a good commentator. Those commentator cliches do really annoy me sometimes. Dwayne Russell might be one of the better ones off a so-and-so bunch. Brayshaw really, I can't really get around Brayshaw. I think it was because of the wowee, is the one that's just killing me at the moment. The wowee at the grand final, for us, that kills me. What's the commentator that I like? Is it Matt something? Oh, he's a breath of fresh air. He used to do a lot of the VFL, does a lot of the AFLW, and he's starting to do AFL now. I think he's on Channel 7's commentary team. Matt Hall, I want to say. He's pretty good. Alistair Nichols is pretty good. But yeah, those commentator cliches always rub me up the wrong way. All right, Anonymous. Now, this can go a lot of ways. Let's see which way this one goes.
I know, like, the Pies won against North Melbourne as expected. For how fucking funny is Carlton? Fuck you, Carlton.
I told you, Anonymous can go so many different ways, and yeah, we can laugh. That's all we can do. We can only laugh at them. I think I know who that is. And I love him. Thank you for calling in. Pasindu. I think Pasindu has been on every single one, and I love that.
Hey, Soup.
Hey,
How
mate.
are we?
Good, mate.
Well, I have honestly different perspectives of the game,
Yep.
which happened. Well, for starters, we were like missing in action for the first three quarters.
Mm-hmm.
We were diabolical. Couldn't convert in front. But the fourth quarter we completely dominated them, which is a great performance. I
Yeah.
wish we could have that performance all four quarters, but like few shout outs as well. Ned Long, like what a player he
Oh
is.
my
I know I've
god.
said this like in the past, but
Yeah.
he should have a appreciation post as well. I think Jamie Elliott was like clearly the best
Yeah.
forward for us,
Yep.
kicking 5 straight. Yeah, which is great. I have the confidence that we'll beat Hawthorn next week
I love that.
after their back-to-back losses.
Yep.
So yeah, not much to say about the game apart from where we were not the best at the first three
Yeah.
quarters, and yeah, we should get I think 5 players back next week, which is going to be good for us.
Oh.
I mean, without veteran players, we can like have a way to win without them. Kudos for
Pasindu, so I think whenever you guys call in, just watch out because I think the voicemail is restricted to 1 minute 30. So it might get cut off at that minute 30. So that's why that one was cut off just there. But you're right. Those first 3 quarters, we were asleep. And then in the last quarter, we woke up that sleeping giant and had a good game. A good quarter to go on and win the game. 8 goals to 1 in that last quarter, which is just diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. But it just shows you that we do have gears. We can just cruise in first gear. And I still feel like that those first 3 quarters, the Roos gave us everything they had, and it could have been a banana peel game. I'll say this till I die. And hopefully that's not for another 100 years. But you're right, man. Ned Long, Jamie Elliott is probably the premier small forward in the competition, along with Jack Higgins. They'll both be getting All-Australian blazers, I dare say, if this form keeps up. So that's absolutely incredible. But your confidence going into that Hawthorn game, our bogey side, I would love to humble Ginnivan and the Hawks. Gary, my boy.
Hey, Swoop.
Hey, mate.
Great win. Back on top of the table. Nick Day got 2 wins as captain.
Yeah.
I reckon Darcy Moore will be back. Also, Bobby Hill and also Pendlebury, they'll be back. And, great win.
It was.
Hawks next Friday. And then next week, Melbourne. And then the bye.
Yeah.
But we're looking so good. We are still premiership contenders.
We are, mate.
And also premiership favourites.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, so have a good one. I'll see you next time.
You too.
Next time.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Thanks.
Go Pies.
Thanks, Gary. Thank you for always calling in. Another one that's called in from the start. Really do appreciate it. You're right. We've got 2 big games coming up, Hawthorn and Melbourne. Hawthorn falling a little bit at the moment. Melbourne, a head full of steam. They won their last 5 of 6 games after going 0-5 to start the year. So that's, incredible for them. We'll talk about them in 2 weeks, in 2 weeks' time. But we get Pendles, Darcy Moore, Steele Side Bottom, Lockie Schultz, those 4 at least back next week. We know we lose Braden Maynard. Out of that, possibly Tom Mitchell as well. Maybe if they want to give him a full game. Maybe we see Charlie West or Harry Dimatia debut. That's crazy to think. Oh, and Bobby Hill. If, we still don't know what happened, so sending love to Bobby and his family. We could possibly get Bobby Hill back as well. That's crazy. That is crazy to think that we get 5 to 6 players back. I say this all the time. I would hate to be a selector because that is absolutely nuts. Gary, thank you for calling in. We're going to go straight to Benny.
I can't lie, the first 3 quarters were a huge fright.
Yeah. Told you.
But look, I'm just glad we turned it around in the fourth. Overall, I wasn't extremely happy with the first part.
Yep.
Yeah, but all that matters is that we did eventually turn it around.
Exactly.
I mean, it would have been nice to have seen us play the whole good 4 quarters, but what highlighted the game was Markov's goal. That goal was absolutely unreal.
Yeah, no, we do love Markov's celebration, and the more people say, the first three quarters were, so and so, and then we had a good last quarter, the more I still reckon it sort of solidifies my thought that we just wanted to get those 4 points and then just get out of there. We probably could have gone super hard, but it's instead of managing players out of that game like we did with sort of Steele, it was just managing the minutes. Because if you look at Jamie Elliott played 75% of the game. Ned Long played about the same as well, I want to say. So the minutes were managed throughout that game. I think Jamie Elliott ended up playing like 90 minutes out of 120. So that's probably why we were in that first gear in the first three quarters. We were just doing enough to keep within the Kangaroos and then just blitzed them in that last quarter. Benny, thank you so much for calling in, mate. JVT.
Hey, Swoop.
Hey, mate.
Calling from America here. Give Leggy a extra contract for starters, and the Pies are slowly building. Go the Pies.
Yes. Oh, give Lee the extra contract. I just think he's so good to have around the club. But shout out to JVT from America. So on Magpie Talkback, we're going international, baby. America. We got a couple of guys from NZ. We got Jono from Japan. Oh, this is incredible. This fills me up with so much joy and happiness. JVT, thank you for calling in. This might be the first time, maybe, but I love that. The next time you call in, tell me whereabouts you're from in America. I would love to know. Now, speaking of international, Ben from Wellington. Kia ora, Ben.
Hey, Luke. Kia ora, Luke. How you going?
Good, mate.
Going well. And what a game, mate, last night. Holy hell. That was... they left that late, didn't they?
Yeah.
I was just looking at the box score again, and it was like 7 goals, 17,
Yeah.
three-quarter time, and then 15 goals, 18 to finish the game. So 8 goals, 1.
Insane.
They know how to turn it on in the last quarter, don't they?
Yeah.
It shows a sign of a great team that they could just flick the switch and just destroy your team.
Yep.
And that's a really good sign. Ed Allen, probably his best game for the club.
Definitely.
He looked really good. I thought Isaac Quaynor, more touches.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, if Jamie Elliott doesn't exist, we don't win that game, I don't think.
Exactly.
Or with 5 goals.
Yeah.
Even Leggy, his celebration, that was pretty cool. We got the boys up and going. So, all in all, great win. On to the next one, which is Hawthorn. So, go Pies.
Go Pies. Ben, thank you so much for calling in, mate. Yeah, you're right. Jamie Elliott, like we've been saying, is absolutely just been turning it on. I think he's close to, what is he on, 28 goals. I'm pretty sure his best tally, and I gotta check this, is 36 or 37 goals for the season, I think. I don't know why I reckon that is, but I feel like that is. So he's definitely going to smash that. But you're right, man. In all that you said, to go 7-17 though, I know I said, we were in first gear for those 3 quarters. Had we had kicked straight, even in first gear, we should have been up by 40 points at 3/4 time, And then we turn it on and go 8 goals, 1. They were just playing with the Roos. It feels like they were just playing with the Roos. All right, we're going back to Australia. Rory, mate. Rory.
Swoop, it's Rory here, son. How are you?
Good, mate.
Just a couple of things. Number one, I said at halftime we'd be lucky to get away with the win, considering anything that could go wrong was
Yep.
the laid outs, the Breda Maynard going out in the first, and even it looked like for a little bit that Mychek would be out. Luckily he wasn't.
Yes,
so
we forgot about
to do
that.
what we did, come away with the win in that fashion in the second half was great, which leads me to my second point, which is I would love to see a heat map of where we're taking our shots on goal in 2023 versus 2025. While the system is great this year, I suspect along down the line by foot means that we're taking shots from further out and wider around the boundary, whereas I bet you if you pulled it up from 23, we're taking them closer in and more in front. But either way, up the wood and get into them.
Rory, firstly, let me congratulate you, mate. You are the 250th caller. I can see the number right here. So thank you so much for jumping in and for being the 250th. Thank you to all the 249 callers before you, which is absolutely amazing. I know who to talk to about the heat map. It's Wooden Spoon Data. I'm going to message them soon and see if we can get that working, see if they've got any way to sort of look at that, because that is really interesting. I'd love to do a video on that with Wooden Spoon Data to see that. Yeah, you're right, mate. You're absolutely right. I feel like sometimes, it was evident on against the Roos, we're trying to walk it into goals a little bit. But I don't mind that, because when you're walking into goals, you're getting a better shot at goal, but then you're under more pressure. And yeah, that's actually really, really interesting. Rory, I'm gonna remind myself of that, and I'm gonna check it out. Nathan, you are the lucky last, mate. Let me hear what you got to say.
Hey, Swoop.
Hey, mate.
Look, I'm going to be honest. I've always been a bit of a doubter of Billy Frampton, but last night changed my mind. It was like playing Super Mario. You get into the last castle, and you think you've beaten Bowser, but he just comes back, and you just can't get past him this time. So that's kind of like the analogy I kind of had in mind. But anyway, like he did amazing. He was such a backbone in that defense, like, and especially, well, the team we had was pretty undermanned anyway, but
Yep.
he really stood up, I reckon. So, kudos to him, and still sitting on top. So let's hope we can keep pushing on and get past the Hawks this week coming.
Mate, I absolutely love that. Billy Bowser Frampton. Oh my God. Big bad Billy Bowser Brampton is absolutely incredible. Nathan, that's a really good call. All Australian jersey incoming for Billy Frampton has just taken this year by storm. Like, he was good in 2023, but he's gone to another level in 2025. So we absolutely love that. That is it for Magpie Talkback Radio this week. Remember, on Friday night, you can find the link on Instagram. You can find it on Facebook as well if you want to be a part of this, if you want to get your thoughts in on the game. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, single shaka. I'll swoop you later.